Some people believe the year 2020 is the genesis of Chinese feminism. With more and more public discussions on gender and feminism appear, more and more different discourses come. Let me introduce you my interviewee, Andy, and he would like to share his perspectives.
I think the 2020 is also the beginning of the Chinese society to talk about something about feminism. I think the most important reason is the COVID, because as the COVID, almost the whole year, the Chinese people stay with their family. So the family relations become more and more important in the in our people's daily life. So people need to reflect their relations with their husband or their wife. So I think this is really important. And also the social media and online videos plays a very important role, because when we at home, we are really boring. So we need something like online videos too for fun. And I think and this also shows the feminism environment in our society. I think the first thing is China is a really large country. We have so many people in the society, and these people are very diversity. We have different education background, economic background, and culture background. So it is really easy for us to have some disagreement about feminism, especially among the different age people, especially on the maybe on the generation Z.
And that brings up my research question. So, how does gender get differentiated in the context of online videos? And moreover, how can we utilize certain features of online videos to minimize the differentiations? And maybe in the last, we can talk about how is the future of gender discourses in online videos going to be? So I'm gonna answer the first part of my questions in two aspects. The first aspect is the divide in creators' gender concepts. Although these concepts might or might not be shown in the videos, the image that the creators use to describe the two genders is actually performing the gender concepts of them. So the foremost collision in gender concepts is the one between the traditional notions of masculinity and femininity, and the concept of gender equality that is often tied to feminism. And by supporting the notions of masculinity and femininity, one is reinforcing the male-dominant power structure of patriarchy. So let's take a look at the example. On the left, the guy named Deanna Lorraine, she is a dating and relationship coach making videos on YouTube. And by the way, this guy is now a politician running for a Republican. And in an article written by Abner, the author described her as a female men's rights activist. So you can see from the highlighted words that that is in her live streaming. She is actually enjoying popularity among male by discriminating women and devoting herself to the patriarchal system. And of course, you can look at her appearance. She is obviously attractive in a feminine way. So that is what I mean by performing masculinity and femininity. The video you are watching is produced by a Bilibili uploader who has an official university degree in gender study. In this video, she talks about how she has changed from hating being a girl to loving herself in the way she is. In a perspective of aesthetics, she sits casually and her eyes look straight at the camera. She talks smilingly softly, and the background music flows smoothly. The camera occasionally zooms in and out in accord with her narratives. She also uses texts to indicate transitions between different sections of the video. Now you have some knowledge about the videos that indicates a gender equality concept. So the aesthetic choices of this video on the right certainly make us audiences feel an intimacy with the creator. And her haircut also speaks to her perspectives in this gender concepts debates. And in this video, the creator shares her reflection from her observation about the gender equality in North Europe. And that is the ultimate gender equality is a state where no one ever assumes a certain gender role or they assume and discuss the differentiation between different genders. So, in fact, it's her words that urge me into thinking of the future of Chinese feminism and gender equality. Now, let's go to the second aspect of gender differentiations. So, the most fierce debates related to gender issues is often with the rights and responsibilities of each gender. So maybe we can first look at an example. The video you're watching now is produced by a so-called expert of romantic relationship. She sits in a car and vertically records her face from a lower angle. Originally, there is no music in the background and her voice sounds emotional. By creating such context, she has meant to add in credit to her words. Despite the context, what she says are actually provoking women to reject all family responsibilities, which only cater to some female audiences and is not at all logical. It turns out that she did so only to cultivate royal female audiences in order to sell cosmetic products to them. Videos teaching men or women to gain power in their relationships are very popular. So the debates about rights and responsibilities naturally happens everywhere in social medias or other medias, but as the awareness of gender equality is increasing among netizens, yet the socially constructed hierarchies largely overlap and make the problems too complicated for reaching consensus in the single domain of gender. So, but online videos are worsening the problems. All through this semester, we learned from the course about how online video platforms are closely attached to business. And as you see in this example, the close connection between traffic and profit determines that video creators wouldn't care about their social impacts as long as the criticism and the applause bring them profit. And they can easily get to know how to appeal to their audience through the interactions with them. Let's see how my interviewee speaks to this interactive side.
The very different thing between online videos or nowadays social media with the traditional media is interactive. This means that those influencers can get the feedback from their followers as soon very fast, very short time period, and this is also this comment of these followers also affect the the creation of those influencers. When frankly speaking, when a video talk about gender topic or something really or something related to gender, those influencers will find positive or negative change about their followers' feedback. So those influencers will know easily if their followers love or hate those kind of topic.
So the second part about my research question. So now we come to the second part of my research question, that is how to utilize special features of online videos to make changes. So the first thing, as we all know, that online videos occupy the largest traffic of online contents, and that popularity can help raise the awareness of feminism and gender equality and those positive gender concepts. So if the tech companies can together work on finding a more efficient algorithm that can break those echo chamber of more radical gender concepts, so the situation is going to improve a lot. And the second thing is the parasocial relationship based upon the intimacy between the content creators, the influencer, and their audiences that enables the credibility of influencer. So the following paragraph is about influencer marketing, but the whole concept is also could be also applied to spreading those positive ideas of gender. So if gender activists can use the online video platforms to spread their voices and to connect with their audiences, so the supportive and intimate relation between them is just like how the feminism works in the early beginning of its history. So if that happens, the differentiations between gender can be decreased. And my interviewee also have some words to add to this.
I think the gender topic or the gender situation have the positive future in China, especially under the help of online videos. First, we need to know that a gender topic is not used to be talked about among different people several years ago. This is not a topic that people will talk about. But nowadays, because of those online videos about gender topic or some social news about gender topic, people talk about more and more about gender topic. So this is a good situation, although there are some negative opinion about gender, about feminism or something else. But we need to know if we first start a discussion about this topic and the mind of all the citizens will change, although it's very, very slow. It's need a very long time, but this is a start. This is the beginning. So another thing about the online videos is online videos has become the advertisement or something else about gender. Those influencers or those social organizations, they use this kind of way to tell all the citizens that we concerned about this topic. This topic is matter. So this is a very positive change in nowadays China. I think maybe we need a long time, but maybe after 30 years, even much longer, but finally the feminism will become a positive mind in all the citizens.
In conclusion, gender differentiations in online videos is a more exaggerated form of irregular debates between the gender norms and the modern gender concept within a large scale and an intensified opposition. However, if we utilize the special features of online videos that enable such differentiations to happen, tech companies and gender activists can together work on introducing a more equalized relationship between genders. Me and my interviewee both hold a very positive attitudes towards the future of gender equality in China. And our ultimate goal, just like I've mentioned in the aesthetic analysis of the feminist uploaders, we hope that there are no difference attached to both genders, so that gender is not a concept that will even be brought up in public discussions. And about the future of gender in China, my interviewee also have some last words to add.
The situation we all want to see is the generation after us, the generation by generation, people pay much attention to this topic, and they have a positive attitude toward the gender topic. So the education is very important, and how we change the education situation is we need to tell those teachers, we need to call the teachers' attention. Teachers is the most important thing.